Hi Year 3, welcome to your Wednesday's geography lesson. Now we are going to be continuing having a look at volcanoes. Now last week we had a look at how volcanoes are formed, thinking about the crust of the earth and all the different parts of the volcano, the magma chamber, the vent, and kind of why volcanoes happen and how they get bigger as well. Now we are going to be having a look today at where volcanoes are found. Now in last week's lesson we saw that all volcanoes are on tectonic plate lines. But where are those tectonic plate lines? That's also an important part of what we need to know. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a video about what we call super volcanoes. Now, the video will explain what a super volcano is, like the worst kind of volcano that you can get. But it explains why they happen and all those kind of things. And that's the volcanoes that we are going to be looking at today.
Supervolcanoes are the most violent and complex class of volcanoes. But despite their destructive capabilities, they can also make way for life renewed. Around 20 supervolcanoes are scattered across the planet. They're usually characterized as large depressions in the ground called calderas, located above multiple openings in the Earth's crust. In terms of eruptions, supervolcanoes explode at a magnitude of 8, the highest and most violent classification on the Volcanic Explosivity Index. Supervolcanoes undergo a life cycle of 3 major stages: a surge of trapped magma, a supereruption, and a resurgence. The first stage of a supervolcano's life cycle involves a pocket of magma trapped under the Earth's crust. Called a hotspot, this magma reservoir is fed by a pipeline deep into Earth's molten interior. It grows and builds pressure underground, eventually causing the crust above to be pushed upward. The supervolcano Campi Flegrei on the west coast of Italy has pushed the ground up several times over the past few decades. At one point, within a matter of only 2 years, enough magma accumulated to cause the ground to swell up to 6.5 feet. The next stage of a supervolcano's life cycle is a supereruption. At this point, the buildup of pressure in a magma reservoir hits a critical mass and then explodes, sending over 1,000 cubic kilometers of tephra, or ash and rocky material, into the sky. The most recent supereruption occurred in New Zealand approximately 26,000 years ago. The supervolcano Taupo ejected about 1,100 cubic kilometers of tephra into the air, enough material to constitute nearly 500,000 Great Pyramids of Giza. After a supereruption, a supervolcano undergoes a stage called resurgence. Having dispelled its contents, a supervolcano's magma reservoir collapses and forms a caldera. The Yellowstone caldera in the United States is currently in resurgence after a supereruption occurred about 640,000 years ago. In the time since, freshwater collected in the caldera to form a lake. Plants and wildlife returned to reclaim the space, and some of the world's largest geothermal features emerged. Supervolcanoes have created unparalleled natural beauty, all in the wake of some of the world's most cataclysmic events.
So really interesting video there, showing you, why supervolcanoes happen and where they are and all those things. Now, some of those places they showed you where volcanoes are look absolutely beautiful, but they come with lots of dangers as well. So one of the ones that they talked about was one of the most deadly volcanoes, which is Yellowstone, Colorado in the USA. Now, one of the things that we're going to do today is we're actually going to see where those places are on a map. So all I've done is I've opened up Google Maps on the internet, and I just want to show you really quickly how you can use Google Maps. So we are going to be using, up here is our search bar, and this is where we can search for anything. But we are going to be looking for the volcano of Yellowstone, Colorado. So that's all I need to type in, Yellowstone, Colorado. And I can see it's already come up for me. So all I need to do is just click on that location, and it will take me to where that is in the world. Now we can spend some time looking through some of the pictures. It looks absolutely lovely. But if I just collapse the side, and then I can zoom in and out as well, down at the side here. So if we zoom in and out, we can see where this is. Probably need to keep going a little bit further. Now I know that it's in the US. It's telling me here that it's in the United States, and I can see some of the states that surround it. So it's in Wyoming, which is near like Montana, South Dakota, Oregon, Nevada. So I can then have a look at where a world map might be. Maybe you have a globe at home, maybe you have an atlas, and then I can start to see where this volcano is. Now, another one of the most deadliest volcanoes is actually Mount Vesuvius in Italy, which is what we have been looking at in our English. So if I press my expand side panel to open it back up, cancel what I've already searched, and then I can search for another place. So if I put Mount Vesuvius, in Italy, and it will take me to that volcano as well. And again, lots of pictures that we can look at, but I'm more interested to know exactly where this place is on the map. So if I zoom out, and hopefully it will load, I can see, oh look, it's in Italy. And if I think about that in the relation to the entire world, I can kind of see where the UK is. I can recognise Spain, France, and Italy is a really easy one to recognise because it is on the boot. It's the shape of the boot. But I can clearly now see where that particular volcano is. So this is kind of what we're going to be doing today. We're just going to be having a look at volcanoes. You guys can spend a little bit of time researching them. You've got the ability to, if you've got your laptop and stuff at home, or you can use an atlas too, which I'm sure that your parents will be able to teach you how to make. I don't have one at home, so I can't show you how to use it, unfortunately. But you just need to turn over the pages and it will show you different places in the world that you can have a look at. So this is your task for today, which is on Teams. You have a picture of the map, a drawing of it, and then you have a list of 10 volcanoes at the top. Now what we'd like you to do is to use Google Maps or an atlas to find that volcano, and then we'd like you to find out where it is in the world and then pop it on your map by writing the numbers 1 to 10. So the first one is Yellowstone, so you just need to Google Maps that, find out roughly where it is, and then put number 1 on your map round about where that volcano is. So once you have completed that activity of labelling where all the volcanoes in the world, see if you can start to recognise a little bit of a pattern. Could you actually make out some of the tectonic plate lines potentially? That's not all of the volcanoes, there's hundreds and hundreds of them, but we've just given you like the 10 worst ones, the ones that have caused the most deadly eruptions. But can you see a link between them? You can then pop it, you can take a photo of it, pop it on Tapestry, or pop it in the comments below on the post on Teams as well. I'm really excited about volcanoes. I absolutely love them. They're such a great topic. And if you have some time at the end of this lesson and you'd just like to do a bit more research about volcanoes, maybe watch some more videos, see kind of like what happens, you are more than welcome to. Have a great day, guys, and I will see you soon.